Rosie, I recommend that you never make this torte, this chestnut torte, because once you've made it, you're going to want to make it every single day. It is so delicious. I'll start with some self-raising flour, which is great for making a nice, light, fluffy torte. Into the mixer we go.
You tried to get it on my arm then, didn't you? I know you.
Almost, and I'll put a cup of that in there. There we go. You moved your hand out of the way, which is probably good. Now, I'll get you to have that, Rosie. I'll also put in there some cold butter. Straight in we go. And, Rosie, some sugar. Plenty of sugar in there.
Yeah, plenty.
You like that?
It's okay.
It's wholemeal sugar. It's good for you. And also chestnut flour. It can be hard to get hold of chestnut flour. You can use almond meal, but chestnut flour, it's really fine and has a beautiful flavour.
Wow.
So in that goes, Rosie. Throw it in there. Whack the lid on it. And what we're going to do is whiz it round till it all comes together. That forms the crust, which I'll show you. And then we put a few other ingredients in there and make the filling or the top of it. It is delicious. OK, Rosie, that's done.
Whack the lid off.
Whack the lid off, you can do that. I've got some baking paper here, essential for baking. I'll put some on the bottom of the tray here. And this tray I've greased lightly. And this is my little trick, my little pro tip to using this baking paper. Just scrunch it up and see how it sits there really, really well.
Yeah.
Now, Rosie, we're just going to take half of that mixture out and pop it into here.
Okay.
We'll just use my hand here. And we're going to pack it down like we do a cheesecake. If you can pop that back in, whack the blade straight into it, and we'll put the rest of the ingredients in. Now, the rest of the ingredients are quite simple. I've got 1 1/4 cups of milk, and I'll pour that up here so I get the right amount. There we go. And I'm also going to use 1 1/2 eggs. So I'm going to use the yolk from this egg instead of having the whole egg, just 1 yolk, and I'll take the white off here. Very simple way to separate. And off that comes. Beautiful free-range eggs. In it goes. And then what I do, Rosie, is pour this into the mixture here like this. This sounds a bit wacky, but believe me, it is a great little torte. Now, I use raisins normally, but this time I'm using prunes, which give me a lovely flavour and also a great deal of regularity, which is what we also need in our life.
That's what we all strive for.
Exactly. Some baking powder to give you some lift as well. And then, Rosie, what I'll do is get you to pop the lid on and you're going to whiz that around. While you're whizzing that around, I'm going to pack this down till we get a nice sort of layer in the bottom of it. Then we'll pour this on top of it and pop it into the oven. Okay. Off we go. Ah, lovely.
Lovely.
Now that's packed down beautifully, nice and firm. That's it. And then the last little bit, I'll just pour this straight over the top there. We'll get most of it out. And if you've got that spatula handy, look at you, Rosie. You just want to get this into your belly, don't you?
I really do.
I like that.
That's the main mission.
Now there's the rest of the batter, and it's got that real wholemeal-y sort of look to it, hasn't it?
Great.
On here goes some pine nuts. You could use any sort of nuts that you want, sprinkle them on there. Almonds would work really well also. Even some chopped up chestnuts, some rosemary on there as well.
Lovely.
It's seeming quite savoury, isn't it?
Yes, but I do remember all the sugar that went into it, so can't wait to taste it.
We're balancing it out, and then we pour a little bit of extra virgin olive oil on there. That'll give it a luscious flavour. And then we just need to pop this into the oven, 180 degrees Celsius, about 35 to 45 minutes. It'll bake up beautifully. You'll be able to smell it baking. That's the most important thing. So into the oven we go, Rosie. Rosie, once it's cooled down a little bit, you can just pick it up like that. Easy peasy. And then you're looking forward to this, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm almost in it, aren't I?
It's just one of these beautiful soft cakes. It's like a cake at the top, and you've got that cheesecakey sort of base underneath it. And the chestnut flour gives it a lovely sort of chewiness, which is what I'm really looking forward to. Plenty of nuts on there, and you can see that cakiness and the heavy base as well that holds it together.
Textures.
And I like the way that it's sort of like the same mixture that forms both. There you go, on the tray like that.
Well, it's simple baking. That's what I love. And this is my kind of cake. You know when you get all the layers and it gets manic? That's not really my thing. I like a simple cake.
Very nutty, very flavoursome. The base is just chewy and sweet, isn't it?
Oh, Richo. That is so nice. Delicious.
It's actually like a double-layered cake, but really easy to put together. Chestnut flour can be hard to get hold of. Almond flour is a great alternative, but this is a cracking cake. Don't tell anyone, because we should keep it our recipe.
I won't tell anyone. Oh, my God.